Is the Filipino worth dying for? By Benigno Jr. Aquino. Ninoy Aquino was a prominent Philippine journalist and politician. Aquino became famous for his theoretical gifts and his brilliant minds, as well as his immense ambition. He emerged as the leading of candidate for the presidency in 1973 when President Marcos was scheduled to leave office after completing the maximum 2 terms of a president. Ninoy was imprisoned, tortured, and eventually killed because he reveals corruption and not respecting human rights in the Filipino people. Because Ferdinand Marcos was established martial law that can cause the negative economic crisis. His position before he was imprisoned is a senator. A longtime political opponent of President Ferdinand Marcos, Aquino has just landed in his home country after 3 years of self-imposed exile in the United States to transport to him to prison. As of today, there's nothing similarities because martial law, either employed or not, martial law requires the direct oversight and enforcement of military forces, not local enforcement official and other government entities. Yes, Filipino is worth dying for. Forgot means that we the Filipino who are living in the Philippines are important to live and endure for the nation lives to come. During the martial law and even up until today, Filipino treat the concept of dictatorship, they the thought of being deprived of the freedom. The speech uses pathos to persuade the audience by emotion or empathy because the speech talks about the hardship of Filipinos during the martial law that was ordered by Ferdinand Marcos, stated in the paragraph 2 and 7. The author uses his experience to persuade the Filipinos we can see at the paragraph number 4. He shows his emotion on how President Marcos treated Filipinos at the paragraph number 5. I will agree with Ninoy Aquino because it's much more important for us to fight for everyone's sake rather than just fighting for the sake of oneself. In a way, the Filipinos are torn into sides. Some are not passive anymore upon the violence that government are doing because these people have already opened their eyes that the violence will never the solution for a disciplined country. Some are still passive about the violence that the government are doing because they see it the right way to extinguish in certain problems easily in a short period of time. It is something about his way of thinking and how sees the situation which many peoples are lacking, and adding up to that his bravery to stand up, make a move for the sake of everyone's freedom. I myself inspired as well because I can feel how pure to his intention and how be strong just sitting back the freedom. The speech turns to be more persuasive due to the use of pathos. He used it to get the sympathy of the people in order from them to wake up and be inspired as well, using the method which is based on emotion. It is used to open the eyes of the Filipino to see that he himself have been at brink of death and still want to fight because he is determined to claim back the freedom of democracy that once had. This will affect the audience to have courage and spirit to fight. The last paragraph is more a note of reminder. First, it means that Ninoy asking Marcos to return the freedom. Secondly, it is mad like that in order to encourage the audience to fight as well. To fight what is right, bringing back the freedom there was. Filipino is worth dying for because it is better to fight for something in order to achieve the goal for the sake of everyone, rather than die doing nothing and regret will eat you knowing that you didn't do anything to make everything right. Everyone has a choice and it's better to use it for the greater good.